Today I'm going to be talking about the 9 tax benefits when starting and running a home care agency that are tax write-offs that if you are not already aware of, you should be aware of these 9 benefits, and these are different write-offs. So I'm going to be sharing my screen and I will be going through a quick overview of what these write-offs are and briefly explain them. All right, so here are the 9 benefits of tax write-offs that you can take advantage of when starting up your own home care agency. So I'll just jump right in here. The first thing here, and also I will add this document in the description below so you can have access to this yourself. The first thing here is startup cost deduction. So you can deduct up to $5,000 of startup costs in your first year of operating. And the eligible costs that you can write off are, say you're in corporations, so like any legal and accounting fees, any advertising, training and education, any classes, coaching, training, hence us at Home Care Agency Blueprint, you can write off our services. And then market research, any of that you can write off as well. I know there's additional write-offs, and if you check the IRS code, there's even more, but these are just like an overview. And then if your startup cost does exceed $50,000, which is rare, but there are people that, you know, they go over that, the amount that you can deduct will start to phase out. So the most important thing is you can deduct the first $5,000 of startup costs, and then as you continue to grow, there's all these other write-offs. So the second thing here is what's called Section 179 deduction on equipment. So, you know, the full purchase price of any equipment or software that in the year that it's purchased. So instead of, like, the way this works is, like, instead of depreciating that equipment over say 5, 6, 7, 8 years, you are allowed to deduct the full amount up front of what that cost instead of having to depreciate it. So, like, for example, a brand new computer, you can deduct that in full. Now keep in mind, this is not what many people say or tell you about this. People feel like, oh, I could buy all this stuff and deduct 100% and then just forget about it. Well, you really need to make sure that you're getting full use of that, say, computer or printer or, say, office furniture over, say, the lifespan of it, meaning you want to keep it for a few years to get the full benefit. The IRS in their code, they do mention that, for example, you buy, I don't know, a brand new computer and you write it off, and then the next year you sell it for half the price. Say you buy it for $1,000, you sell it for $500. Technically, you need to report that you now are not, like, you basically are reporting like a capital gain on that $500. So you're not writing off the full $1,000 amount. So that's just something to take in consideration. That's just a nuance there. The limit for this deduction is 1.16 million. Kind of funny thing is you see these people buying Mercedes-Benz G-Wagons for $300,000 and they're doing Section 179. I wouldn't advise to that, and I am not the legal guy here, so I'm just laughing about it because I know people like buy, you know, as they're, and this isn't just home care, this is like any business, as they're making a ton of money, 10, 20 million a year, like they do, they need the write-off, so they're buying like cars and stuff. But that's pushing the envelope because you really need to be using it for business. And yeah, there's people that just try and take advantage of stuff. But like company vehicle, like for example, if you were to buy, say like I don't know, say it was any type of like vehicle that was like maybe economy car that you were using like to transport your caregivers in, or maybe it was a company car that was wrapped with your logo on it and that you were using it only for business, you're allowed to write that off. When it comes to like your personal car, you say you have a logo on your personal vehicle or you're advertising with that, you're able to technically write off the percentage of time that you are using that car for business. Is kind of like how it works. Now, your home office deduction, this is, I don't want to confuse everybody. In a lot of my videos, I talk about you must have either a virtual mailing office address or an office commercial space to be operating your home care agency out of. What you can do though is you could have a hybrid setup. So you can have that office space, and that's whether virtual mailing address and then or private executive office, and then you can also have a home office as well. If you have an extra room in your house that you are using for an office, you are able to write that off. So this allows $5 per square foot of your home office up to 300 square feet. Maximum deduction is $1,500. Alternatively, you can deduct like actual expenses like utilities, maintenance, property taxes, based on the percentage of your home that's used for business. So there's that. Mileage and vehicle expense deduction, I kind of covered this a little bit. As of here, we are in October of 2024. The standard mileage IRS rate is 65.5 cents per mile. And you want to keep a mileage log, and you can deduct any of your business related expenses, say driving to a lunch and learn, a chamber of commerce meeting, driving to different facilities, going out to do an in-home assessment. You can write your mileage off on all of that. Self-employment tax deduction. This is, the language is a little confusing, and I'll explain it here. So like as a business owner, you are responsible for both employer and employee related taxes that are related to your Social Security and Medicare taxes. Now, whatever payroll provider that you use, they don't help you with the write-offs. Your CPA will help you with that, but they allocate this for you. They pay into these taxes on your behalf. So you don't need to worry about calculating it. That's why you have a payroll provider. But essentially what it is you pay 15.3% in self-employment tax, which 12.4% goes to Social Security tax and 2.9% goes to Medicare. You're able to deduct half of this percent of the total percent as tax deductible. So, that's really nice because and I always come back to I'm always super transparent in all my videos and whatnot. And this is something that, seriously, I've been in this business for now pushing 14 years. No one ever told me this. No one ever told me. Nobody ever said, you're able to deduct out, because people think, we get that question from our students a lot. Can I just have 1099s, or do I have to have W-2s and whatnot? I have to pay their taxes and whatever, their payroll taxes. And people don't realize that when you write this off properly with the CPA, not only are you in full compliance, but you're able to recover some of that tax liability at the end of the year. So the true cost of having a W-2 employee isn't truly as much as what people would think, taking the cheap route of just paying a 1099, which we never advise to do. The reason why families are hiring you as an agency is because they want that protection in the insurance coverage and the workers' comp and all that stuff. And none of that is covered on a 1099. So it's so important to make sure that you have W-2 employees. And yeah, I will emphasize again, because I want you to know this is you're able to deduct half of your the 15.3%. So I know it doesn't sound like a big deal now, but keep in mind, running a home care agency, your biggest expense is payroll. It's your caregivers. So, which is fine, because that's it's basically half of your, you pay a caregiver 15 hour, you charge 30, 15 plus payroll taxes and insurance and stuff, goes to your caregiver labor pool. So, all right, so the sixth thing here is health insurance deduction. So when you do offer health insurance for your employees, every state is different. Some states require that you have it if you have even one employee. Some, if you have 5 employees. I know California, as of today, if you have at least 5 employees, you have to have health insurance for them. Retirement benefits, if I know they're changing the law next year, starting in January, where even if you have 1 employee, you must have health insurance offered and retirement benefits. So check with your state. And here at Home Care Agency Blueprint, that's what we're here for. Like when you have a consultation with us and or you sign on with us as a student and a client, we navigate all of this for you and help you set up. Depending on the package you choose with us, we do have a full done for you package where we handle all of this on your behalf and train you. And basically 100% of the health insurance premiums for yourself is you can write that off. And then you are required to have your own health insurance, and then you are able to also write off the insurance when it comes to paying for that for your employees. And then also, so 7 here, prepaid expenses. This is like, say you need to prepay for insurance premiums or marketing or your rent, you're able to write that off. Employee wages and benefits deductions. So this is like, this actually ties into the health insurance on benefits here. It's 1 and 2 in the same. So you're able to write off, salaries, bonuses, wages, retirement plans, of course, your health insurance, state unemployment taxes. So that's huge. I mean, this is like so awesome, like that you're able to write this off. Business insurance deduction, that's similar to, so like your general liability, your workers' comp, your professional liability, you can write all of that off. So if you really take advantage, this is kind of like a cheat sheet here. You could even print it out, give it to your CPA, talk to your CPA about it, talk to us about it. We can help you with navigating this. But we're not CPAs. We can refer you to where you need to go, but we are able to help you navigate the system and make sure that you're as profitable as possible. So yeah, that's what I wanted to go over today. And yeah, thanks again for coming by today and watching this video. If you haven't already, if you could please like this video and subscribe to my channel. And if you'd like to book a call with us, and there's a booking link below this video, and we can talk about starting and scaling your very own home care business. So look forward to seeing you guys in the next video, and thanks for coming by.